Yeah, so we got Barney about 9 months ago. He was found just running on the street, abandoned. And a friend of mine took him in, and we were able to, thought we could take him in as well to help her out and introduce him with our dogs. He's 10 months old now. He's Barney. He's been a great dog up until Monday. My wife was out of town, and I was at work. We had a dog sitter come by to let him out. And they were in the backyard. An avocado fell off our tree. Barney had been, I reviewed the video, so I saw what happened. The avocado had, avocados fell off the tree. Barney. So Barney was chewing on it. Barney had left it. The little dog went and got it, started chewing on it, and Barney was kind of watching the little dog, and then basically jumped at the avocado. The French bulldog thought that Barney was attacking the little dog and started going after Barney. And at that point, I think Barney felt surrounded, like he was being attacked, and then it escalated from there. And that's when he attacked the terrier, the Jack Russell Terrier. So that's where we're at now. I took him to the vet immediately, both of them. The terrier needed a little medical help, and then we got Barney neutered the next day. So that's where we're at now, and we're hoping we can turn Barney around to being the good dog we thought he was. And we still don't know if he'll be able to come live with our dogs again, because of different sizes and all. But we want to give him a second chance, so that's why we're here.
Sit. We do this exercise where, since you have little dogs at your house, I have a little dog that I have somebody come out and can you catch a little dog? Make sure that they can see there's actually a little dog walking around. And I practice Barney's skills, his sit stays and down stays, in the presence of a little dog walking past. You might want to back up a little bit so you can catch the whole thing. So I'll practice a sit stay, and then in a second, Darian's gonna change direction and go the other way. Just walk around. And he was very excitable at first with little dogs around. And this is a particularly prancy little dog that we have here. And he can stay in a sit stay. And I can also do okay. And I like to have him facing different directions when I do this. So I can do a down, and then keep going, keep walking around. You know how Barney is when he's excited, he'll pop up and shake. So that's his way of making a mistake. He'll pop up and shake his head in order to get out of doing something, which he just did. And all I did was I just put him there with my left foot. So he's in a down stay. And in this situation, this is tough for him. So if he stays there for a few moments, make sure that you do reward him. And you see how he's able to stay calm and stay in a down stay with his little dog gets led around. Keep going, don't stop. Just keep going around in a circle. Just do full circles and then go the other way. And if he looks at the little dog, and this of course applies to any distraction, and he looks back at you, make sure you reward him. Good. So and now you're going to turn and you're going to go the other way. So this is part of the process of desensitizing him to other dogs like that, where formerly he was pretty excitable and out of control. Good. Doing a down stay. So I just wanted to show you this little exercise that we do with him and how he's doing with that. And I think you should do the same thing at your house with your dogs, your little dogs, but just one at a time at first. And then maybe get a friend to come over after he's good with all the 3 different ones individually. After the 3 individually are good, then you can do 2 at a time. You'll need a friend or somebody to have another dog, and then maybe at some point get 2 friends to come over, and then you get all 3 dogs walking around like this, and you're doing down stays and sit stays with Barney outside, or even in the largest area of your living room is a big area big open space, you can do it there as well. But if you do it in a few different places, your backyard, that patio, as well as a couple of big rooms in your house, it's going to go a long way for him being desensitized to this, to the dogs, and all of the dogs feeling like, hey, somebody's in control. Like we're around each other and there's actually rules and there's structure, especially for Barney, like having the structure where he knows he has to stay in a down stay or a sit stay while the little dogs are going past. It goes a long way to reaching our goal of him being much calmer in general in their presence over time. Sit. So I walk him up to the new person. I step away from him. He stays in a sit stay to reward that person. I come back. He waits for me to come back next to him with my right hand. I'm going to pat his chest and say, see, with him, it's all about the anticipation. Make sure that he really waits until you actually allow him to go over. So you could even pause here for a couple of seconds until you go say hi. That's really good for him to wait. Come, then call him back to you. Good. It's a great way to sit, practice your basic stuff, which, just the sit stay, the release, the the go, the come command in a real life situation, for him not to jump on the person. He actually knows this person and gets really excited around him, but once he gets into training mode, we're able to control him. You know how excited he gets. If he collapses into that's a no-no. Nope, you say no, and do your little reset, gently but firmly, just a little bit of tension there, resets him. He knows you're supposed to stay there, he just lost his focus. And you saw I was doing a little extra here just because I want to show you for the video what he is capable of out on the street and meeting somebody that he really likes. He's not jumping, he's not acting crazy. Make sure that we're really waiting till he actually waits to be allowed go. Comes and gets a reward, gets petted with the other hand, no jumping. Come, comes back when called, good. We'll do it one more time. This is the way to introduce him to as many people. Whoop, don't you want that? Sit, as many people as possible. The more you do this greeting routine with, even just with members of your family is great, but with different people and having the same result, the better he gets over time. And it's going to take some practice with him. He's a very kind of scattered, low level of focus type of puppy. He's not even a year old yet. So the good news is that he's young, so we can over time change him, but he still needs a lot of work as far as all these things on the video, so that he gets calmer and calmer and more under control as time goes on. So that's why you have the video, of course, so you can see exactly what we're doing every day, how to do it, and keep doing it, because you want to keep doing it for the weeks and months to come so that he continues to get better, and also so that he doesn't lose all these skills that we built up in him in the last few weeks. Nope. So he's waiting for me to pat his chest and say, go. One last time, getting petted, no jumping, being a good boy, and then I say, come. He comes back to me, good. So that's the greeting routine. And sit. You want to do that ideally in front of your house on neutral territory, and then you all come in together. That's the best place to do it. And then when you're inside with the person, maybe do one more greeting routine before you allow him to be free in the house with the visitor in the house. Sit. Good. So we're practicing our commands out here. Barney's got the sit stay here at the Home Depot. A lot going on here. And he's doing very well. When we first started coming here, he could not even handle being in here. He just went completely nuts. But now at least we have the sit stay. Kind of pan around and show everything. Just good. Got a little reward there for his good sit stay. He's doing much better. So we come here every day just for a few minutes. He's so much better than he used to be. But when you get him back, good boy. It's a great, please pass. It's okay, please. It just really helps with his focus of concentration and pan that way. and you can see the stuff that's going on, all the carts and everything and the people walking past. He's doing really well. Good. I am using rewards at the appropriate time to keep him in a no. See, he popped up there. He's a little bit more than he can handle, but at appropriate times to cushion the effect of the distraction passing by or the noise that just happened. And it's working pretty well, actually. So he's a lot calmer in these situations now, as you can see. If you're going to do this with him out in public, keep these periods short and sweet. Go for a little success like we had here, and then while he's doing really well, leave, and then gradually over time, gradually just increase the time that you spend out doing training out here. See how the tree is moving? This would really freak him out. And there's a person like hiding behind, it comes out of the bushes like a stalker or something. But see, that huge distraction, right? I reset him, put him back. We're gonna end on a success. And he's doing pretty well. He's doing well for Barney. Good, and we're gonna move on from this. Okay. We have Barney here in a different spot at this store. We're practicing a downstay. And of course out here we have a lot of distractions. And people are going to be walking by any second now. We'll show you how Barney does with just passersby coming in close proximity to him, and you see what how his focus is now. Good. He's doing very well. And I remember when I first started bringing him here, which was a few weeks ago, he just went completely crazy and could not stay in a sit stay or a down stay. He just wanted to go over to every person. And so we've really worked on creating a higher level of focus in Barney and having him be able to handle bigger and bigger distractions. We're going to reward him real quick because this is a guy, somebody talking, carrying a bunch of stuff as they walk past. That's usually a big distraction for him, but he actually did really well. And so if you're doing this and he breaks out of a downstay, for example, you saw what I did, just say no. Do that and he'll just go back. It's that with your foot right there. You probably won't even have to touch the leash. He just knows that he lost focus in that moment. He needs to go back and finish it. So we have somebody pushing a cart from behind us coming. And this could be a big distraction for him. So before it gets here, I'm going to start just doling out the rewards, because this is how you desensitize him to distractions that are passing by. There's no tension on the leash. I'm not forcing him to stay there. He's in a real downstay, but you give him rewards at the appropriate time before the distraction shows up. So see how I gave it to him before the person walked past? Good. And it keeps him calm so that he can stay in his downstay. And you're literally, here comes another one really close to us, you're literally desensitizing him to a distraction that walks right past, really close, carts, wheels, all that kind of stuff. And you see how he stayed down. And those were distractions coming from behind him. So this is really valuable stuff to do when you finish doing this with him. And always quit on a high note like this. We're going to quit while we're ahead. He didn't make a mistake. No, he makes a mistake right at the end when he's anticipating that it's over. But make sure he really waits until you come back next to him. Okay, sit, and then release him to be free. Go. So if you're going to do these types of things out in public that are really intense like this, just do short periods. When he does really well, when he has a success, end on that success, because Barney can't handle a lot right now. You can only do well for a few minutes at a time, and see how he gets all excited. You release him and he just wants to pull you all over the place again. But as we keep practicing these types of things, you see that over the weeks and months to come, he's going to get calmer and calmer and more stable, less jumpy, easier to handle. Of course, you always have, come. Good boy. If he gets a little excited out here, starts pulling you, call him to come to you, get him next to you, and get him out of there. But when you're doing this, just want to make sure I finish what I was trying to say. Make sure that you always quit when you're ahead. If you just do like a 2-minute downstay, less than what you saw me do here, 2-minute sit stay, 1-minute sit stay in the presence of distractions, he's successful. When something goes past, it's really a big deal. Reward him, release him the right way, and get out of there, because every day you do that, he gets a little bit better, and it's far better than staying too long and then he has some mistakes or he has some episodes because it becomes too much for him because you stayed too long. So just make sure less is more, end on a success. That's the key. Okay.